has like a kind of a snapshot of a moment in time, and it may have been connected to like a period of time that you would call, you know, your healthiest, or, you know, just when you felt the best, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And the nice thing about your unconscious mind is it can build composites. So there might have been a time when you were really young that you were very physically healthy, but maybe emotionally there were some challenges, okay, that were going on. Well, it's almost like you can take an emotional snapshot, like a best emotional moment, and add it to, in the same way that we would, you know, stack anchors, okay? You can add that best emotional resource onto a best physical resource, onto a best mental resource, onto a best spiritual resource. You might have just one memory that represents all of that, even if it came from different times. So what I'd like you to do now is just go inside and let your unconscious mind choose a moment in what we call time, where you feel so, excuse me, so good. It's almost like the cells in your body are like dancing, you know, like I could just see them in little hula skirts or doing little pirouettes, where the muscles are in just peak condition, where your thoughts, if we would call it happiness, we could call it happiness. Some people would call it being contented. Some people might even call it bliss. You might even just call it peaceful. Whatever the words are that speak of that wonderful state for you. And you got a memory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
And so what I want you to do is just imagine that as you're breathing, breathe that memory in now. And let it just amplify. So at first you're just kind of like just remembering, and now just let it kind of have its way with you, so to speak. You know, like you're building an inner giggle. Every cell, every muscle, every fiber of your being. Because it's an amazing reality that the body knows how to heal. You know, health is calling. Yes?
I thought I had it perfect.
Make sure you pick up the phone when health is calling. And begin to notice that as you remember it starts to spread. Because our lives have been built on 1 minute after another minute after another minute of our bodies knowing how to heal. We've all fallen down and scraped a knee. Or ladies have cut themselves shaving from time to time. Probably even gentlemen have been known to cut themselves shaving, although they were probably shaving different body parts. But the body knows absolutely how to heal. It's the most natural thing in the world. And you're remembering that peak state, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Remembering wellness. And then in whatever way works perfectly for you, imagine just zipping that feeling across time from whenever that memory occurred to right now. And let your body feel right now. That peak wellness. Now, some people like to imagine a color that represents this, just this incredible well-being. And did you come up with a color?
I did. But I
Breathe.
have to tell you what it represents.
Oh, what does it represent?
Well, the color is black because it was, it's a time in probably 8 or 9 that we were all outdoors on a summer day and playing hide and seek, and our faces were just sweaty and sweat running down our faces with black, so.
And so it represents that childlike playfulness where even something that somebody might call bad, like having a dirty face, is just all part of the fun. Oh yeah, yeah. And just notice that there's a certain way you breathe. It's as though the breathing in and the breathing out is all part of that healing process. And begin to notice all of the ways every day that your body shows you that it remembers how to get healthy. It eats like a baby bird. In comes the food, out goes the toxins. Who would know that peeing and pooping would be so good for you? Everything that's natural is good for you. Even having a sweaty face, a little dirt showing how much of a good time you're having. And so let every adjustment that is part of this peak health, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, let those adjustments be made automatically. And then before you come out again, just ask for a word or a phrase. Sometimes people, just like you, like to see a color that represents that. Sometimes there's a word or a phrase. It's as though your body is giving you that roadmap. Just a simple word or phrase. And just notice if one comes. And then let yourself just find a place that I call gratitude. Just grateful for the way things are. Grateful that bodies know how to heal. Grateful that we live in a world with seasons so that spring always follows winter. Grateful that we remember that change is the natural evolution. And that you can always be moving more and more completely into that state we call well-being. And so when you're ready, just let yourself come all the way out, knowing that these changes, once begun, tend to amplify automatically over time, the rest of today, tonight, even while you sleep and dream, tomorrow, and every day for the rest of your life. How you doing in there?
Very, very